Another economic train wreck is coming in California. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. California calls itself the Golden State, but its governance is pure lead. Never has an area with so much going for it in weather and natural beauty been so mismanaged by its politicians. The tax and regulatory wounds they inflict are non-stop, which is why businesses and people are fleeing. For the first time since it achieved statehood in 1850, California has been losing population. But the regulatory wreckers in Sacramento are still at it. They are scheming to ultimately ban diesel-powered locomotives. Older engines would be prohibited by 2029, and longer-distance freight trains would have to have zero emissions of carbon dioxide by 2035. The battery technology doesn't yet exist. But the once Golden State's modern socialists never let reality get in the way of their fantasies. Railroads will have to make deposits running into the billions of dollars into a special fund so they could someday buy zero-emission locomotives. In other words, money that could be productively employed now instead would sit around unused to buy what may never exist. After all, zero-emission train engines would require batteries up to 10 times the size they are today. Go for smaller such engines? Put aside the inefficiency, smaller battery locomotives would be vulnerable to fires and explosions. Given California's economic size, these regs would end up banning some 2/3 of the nation's locomotives from entering the state. California's socialists know this would be a neat way to coerce the rest of the country to follow what is California doing. Would this force more freight to supersized long-haul trucks? Not so fast. California has a mandate to force transition to electric trucks. The whole exercise is dangerous. It makes trains and trucks more prone to accidents. It's a massive waste of money that could be used by the private sector to enhance our standard of living. It damages the economy at a time when we desperately need vigorous growth to deal with Washington's financial mess and to fund a much-needed, overdue military buildup to deal with an increasingly ominous world. The inconvenient truth is that the whole global effort to ban fossil fuels has been an astonishing folly that has done far more harm than good. When it comes to transportation, California has demonstrated its unique ineptitude with its project to build a 463-mile-long high-speed rail system between San Francisco and Los Angeles. To call this fiasco a white elephant would be an insult to pachyderms. It is a decade behind schedule. The estimated cost has vaulted from $35 billion to $135 billion and climbing. Only 1/4 of its length is under construction. The actual route has been repeatedly altered for political reasons. Projected ridership, which was unrealistic from the get-go, has been scaled back. Funding is uncertain. Sacramento is counting on a Democratic win this November to prevent a permanent derailment of this ill-begotten scheme. That bailout, however, is not going to happen. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.